Let's read these two primary sources about Pocahontas and the story of John Smith and the Powhatan people. This is document A. It's called True Relation, and it's been modified from its original version. We always need to look at a document's source first. So let's come down here and read the source. It says, this is an excerpt or a clip, a small clip from John Smith's book, A True Relation of Such Occurrences and Accidents of Note as hath happened in Virginia since the first planting of that colony. And it was published in 1608. The vocabulary we'll need to know for this document is emperor, and an emperor is like a king or a ruler. So let's read this together. Here's an image there for the cover of this publication or book. He writes, arriving in Werowocomoco, the emperor welcomed me with good words and great platters of food. He promised me his friendship and my freedom within 4 days. He asked me why we came and why we went further with our boat. He promised to give me what I wanted and to feed us if we made him hatchets and copper. I promised to do this, and so, with all this kindness, he sent me home. So now you can pause here if that's all we're working on, or we're going to continue on. I'm going to take a sip of water, and let's read our document B. This is called General History, also been modified. Here's an image to go along with it, and it's an illustration from the General History of Virginia, 1624. And let's come down here and check the source. So this is an excerpt from Smith's later version of the story in General History of Virginia, New England, and the Summer Isles. And this was published in 1624. The vocabulary we'll need to know is grindstone, which is a round stone wheel used for sharpening. Let's read this together. They brought Smith to Werowocomoco, where he saw Powhatan, their emperor. 2 great stones were brought before Powhatan. Then Smith was dragged by many hands, and they laid his head on the stones, ready to beat out his brains. Pocahontas, the king's dearest daughter, took her head in her arms and laid down her own upon it to save him from death. Then the emperor said he should live. 2 days later, Powhatan met Captain Smith and said they were friends. He told Smith to bring him 2 guns and a grindstone, and he would consider Smith his son.